reconvene into open session. There are no reportable action items that were taken in closed session. I'd ask for a motion to approve the agenda, please.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there anyone that would volunteer to review the norms?
I will.
Thank you.
The board will come prepared and be fully present and engaged. Deliberate effectively and listen openly without interrupting. Work collaboratively and build towards consensus. Maintain perspective with a sense of humor. Not repeat each other or ourselves. Not have side conversations. Give full attention to the proceeding. No cell phones. Focus on the best interest of all students and commit to no surprises.
Thank you. So now is the time for public comment on the consent agenda. Are there any public comments on the consent agenda? No. Is there any item on the consent agenda that a board member would like removed to be considered as a separate item? Nope. Okay, can I ask for approval of the consent agenda then?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, that passed. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask if there's any public comment for items not on the agenda. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to trustee considerations. First item up, nominate and elect the board president for 2020 school year. And I believe we went through this at the last meeting, talked about the role of the board president. Would anyone like to make a motion, or would you like further discussion?
I nominate Leslie Harlander. Is it Harlander? Lundgren?
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
Okay, Leslie Harlander to serve as trustee for the 2019-2020 year.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That passed. Now we'll move on to nominate and elect the clerk for school year 2020.
I would like to nominate Cynthia Ronish to be clerk for the Board of Trustees.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I would like to second that.
Very good. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Thank you. That passed. Congratulations, clerk. We're doing it again. That's why he didn't come. No, he's sick. He just couldn't do it. Okay. So, I told him he'll have to watch this on video because he's really missing an exciting meeting with that fever of his. Okay, so now we'll discuss and take action on the trustee committee assignments. If you recall, we went through those again at the last meeting, just making note that if anyone wanted to ask for a change, this was the meeting to do so. At the time, no one did, but I'll just open it up for one last shot. I'm happy to remain the MCSBA representative unless someone else would like it. Karen, I assume you're still on board for being the student trustee liaison. And I believe Dan would have let us know if he was not interested in being the LCAP committee, and I think we're all set there. So it's all good? Very good. So nothing there.
Fastest meeting ever.
We should, you're right. So we, yeah. So I didn't even, it's funny, I saw that, I didn't even read it. So on board policy revisions, that'll be Leslie Harlander and Cynthia Ronish. And so I know you all were just jumping at the chance. Yeah. Well, you want to do the golden bell?
Hey, leave me alone.
Yeah. Keep Lars company.
What does it involve, though?
It's really.
Actually, Karen, I think you really need to experience it first.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. We do have 2 city board members from the Novato School Board on my committee.
There's 7 of them, though.
We meet roughly every 6 weeks, planning the springtime Golden Bell. I would love to have any of you there, but it's absolutely not necessary. It's mundane to say the least. We're picking hors d'oeuvres and things.
How are you still in charge of it?
It's a lot like Michael Corleone and The Godfather. Every time you think you're out, they pull you back.
Yeah.
Lars, you do such a good job.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
He just compared Golden Bell to the
it's
God.
wonderful.
To the mob.
Yeah, I was going to say Golden Bell and the mob. Okay. Okay, so I think we're done with that, so we can move on to the superintendent's report. I didn't see that calendar. Okay, I thought there was some, let me look here. Where did I see that? Oh, there it is, board meeting calendar. Sorry about that. Do you want to put that up on the screen? Yeah. Am I missing January 2020? That's 2021 down there. Can you go up to the top? I don't know why I'm...
Oh, it goes July to July.
Okay, we've already approved that. That's where, okay. Now I got it. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's the next school year. July.
Okay,
We looked at all the breaks and everything.
perfect.
And various holidays.
Okay, very good.
The one thing I don't know is.
We avoided graduation in June.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that was always a
Anticipated
problem.
College graduation. May, I would have to check it, but that's fine, we can approve it if it needs to be changed. Okay.
Yeah, with her fingers crossed. Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay, so would anyone like to make a motion to approve the calendar?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there a second? All those in favor, say aye, please. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. That passed. We now have our calendar. Okay, so now I believe it's the superintendent report.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind people I sent our district newsletter out on Monday with particularly the wheel stuff in there around de-stressing activities and ways to support students through finals and what are stressful times. There was also an announcement about Measure B in the newsletter. And then just some updates from a few of the schools. It was a little bit of a light newsletter. And I don't, I think, as I said in November too, just trying to sit in gratitude, particularly to our parent foundations and to the staff and students for all the support. And just hoping everybody gets through this week and has a time to disconnect and relax and have a nice time away. I know I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Can I ask on that? So
That's the letter we just saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and as you said, it was a little bit light, so there was news from some sites.
Mm-hmm.
This seems to be like the second one I remember where not all the sites are in there, and I know they're all given opportunities.
Right.
Is there any reason sites decide not to send things in? Or do we?
No, I think trying to give them more of a heads up, I think for me, is it just saying, in December and in June, I'm going to want to send highlights, so please send them those things to me. I think it's just a matter of what's going on in the moment, and
Right.
I try to give them sort of a week turnaround, but some of them don't get there.
it kind of stands out,
Yeah.
that two sites, but the other three, particularly two of the bigger high schools.
Yeah.
Not there.
No, that's a good point.
I contemplated not including it at all, and then I thought, well, these two sites sent me stuff.
It's nice to include.
Yeah.
Tara, you sent the supplemental email out regarding substance abuse in particular. Was
Yeah.
that last Wednesday? I'm trying to remember. It was after
Yeah.
our board meeting.
Yeah, it was last Wednesday.
Did you get feedback on that?
Yeah, we did. We got a lot of positive feedback
Yeah.
on that.
I've heard a lot of positive
yeah.
feedback, and it being shared and shared and shared.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we had talked about it at the board meeting, and I wanted to talk to you first, but I had been ruminating about, I don't feel comfortable sitting on this kind of information.
Right.
And I feel like our community needs to know, one, don't touch them. Little kids, could find these and pick them up, and we're being warned not to touch them. I think everybody should be warned not to touch them. And it was interesting, because I actually put something in the November newsletter, too. But I'm not sure how many people saw the piece in the November newsletter. And we actually it was forwarded to the Marin County Health, Matt Willis, who sent very complimentary words back on it and thanked us for sending it. And I think he crafted something for other schools to send out. But yeah, I think parents are kind of eager for information. And I did hear from a lot of parents that said thank you. They had sat down and talked to their kids about it. And it's scary. It's really scary stuff.
Okay, now we'll move on to trustee reports.
I'll go first. I unfortunately, I think I mentioned previously that I was going to be attending the godforsaken 8-mile hike with the team program. Well, I'm going to say that I was saved by we had to have a call on Friday to me debrief and help get up to speed the treasurer for the new campaign. So that was, I instead of hiking in the mud, I spent my morning drinking coffee on my couch, which was a lot warmer and more comfortable. So anyway, I gave her a non-redeemable promise to join the next hike, provided the weather is good. Yeah, no. She cannot redeem it. It's redeemable at my discretion, unless it's golf, in which case, then I'll definitely be there. And then I'm going to give myself credit. I did offer to bring a keg of beer to the Drake teacher holiday party this past Friday, except
you
for
didn't.
the alcohol policy did not allow me to bring that this
Yeah, good.
year.
Okay,
So instead, I'll just buy them drinks one at a time as I see them. So anyway, that's that.
I guess I can announce that we obviously filed our ballot argument in favor of Measure B with 5 terrific ballot signers who represent our community geographically, age-wise, occupation-wise, really nice, diverse. And I found out this morning that there was indeed an opposition to the measure, for which we will have a rebuttal filed as well, with 5 new signers. So it's all moving along.
Thank you, Karen.
So you're saying that is representative from you're reporting from the Measure B campaign?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really have anything to report, except I took Tara's letter and on the substance and the news that you had shared with the community and scared my students to death over in Alameda. And so it's working its way through that community too. And so, Alameda's not that far from Marin, and most likely these drugs are not being compounded in Marin, right? They're coming through a more central area. So that was helpful. The principal's thankful for that.
The main thing I have to report is that I did meet with a community member today. You may remember her. She came to the podium when we were discussing the resolution for the parcel tax. And we talked about pensions, special ed, the disability waiver in the parcel tax language, and how the requirements to meet the metrics for that are pretty stringent. I explained to her that I checked with our districts, the attorney, that it's in statute that we only can go to that level. She commented that other government agencies can do more, like Water District and PG&E, and we did talk about how that with the Ed Code, there is a difference. She was very interested in the square footage issue and saw the complexities in that, and we had, I think, a very good dialogue. I thought she had some good insights, and it was helpful for me to hear her her situation, and she was very clear that things can't be based on her situation, but it was nice to hear her thoughts and other people in the community. I also will be meeting with another parent probably in January that I'll report back, but that's the main thing I've heard since the parcel tax, other than what we've all received via email, which hasn't been a lot, but the variety of opinions on that. So that's all I have to report. So I think we can conclude. Okay. Meeting adjourned, 6:20.
Feel like I was just touching this piece of paper not 4 minutes ago. I feel like we, I'm going to say that I think we all, most importantly, I think focus on the best interest of all students. I think that is an overriding theme today. I'm going to leave it at that.